a decade into its lease, the operator of Indiana's toll road filed for bankruptcy this week. Investment group Cintra-Macquarie paid $3.8 billion in a 2006 deal to lease the toll road for 75 years. While the state received the full payment up front, Barbara Harrington explains why some are worried the bankruptcy filing could still hurt Hoosiers.
Indiana's toll road averages more than 30,000 vehicle trips per day. Jeff Warner is familiar with this route. He makes his way through northern Indiana as often as 3 times a week.
I'm an over-the-road truck driver. I haul farm equipment and agricultural related materials, as well as cable to construction sites.
The toll road he travels is owned by the state, but in 2006, Indiana struck a deal with an investment group called Cintra-Macquarie.
It's widely said no one will ever make a deal this good again. That's probably right.
For an upfront payment of $3.8 billion, the investor would lease the toll road for 75 years, taking over operation and maintenance.
On the day that we made the transaction, we knew it was a great moment for Indiana. 5 years later, it's looked better with every passing year.
That's what former Governor Mitch Daniels thought in 2011 when he was celebrating the 5-year mark of his Major Moves initiative. Daniels funneled most of the money from the toll road lease into infrastructure improvements and new construction, such as the US 31 and I-69 projects. Without increasing taxes or borrowing more money, Hoosiers, Daniels said, would get better roads. But some are worried that's now coming at a price. Earlier this week, the Indiana Toll Road Concession Company filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. The ITRCC says a drastic decline in traffic on the toll road since 2007 has led to underwhelming revenues. According to court documents, the company missed a $102 million debt interest payment in June. But the state knew the investor faced challenges from the beginning.
They paid more than at least current conditions allow them to pay back, so they've got a little difficulty.
The ITRCC wants to sell its lease and let a new operator take over. If that doesn't happen, the company plans to reorganize its debt. Either way, many legislators insist Hoosiers won't be affected.
We worked pretty carefully on that bill, and one of the things that the legislature inserted in that bill was that that property is owned by the state of Indiana. And we also protected ourselves in the event of bankruptcy very strongly. And so while I'm sorry that they're not having a good performance themselves, I think for the state of Indiana and for the consumers in Indiana, we're fully protected in that situation.
The agreement stipulates the Indiana Finance Authority must approve any new operator and that tolls cannot, under any circumstance, be increased beyond what's currently outlined. Governor Mike Pence said in a statement to expect business as usual on the toll road despite the bankruptcy proceedings. But some say that 2006 agreement was a bad deal, and now they're worried about what this bankruptcy filing could mean for the maintenance of the toll road.
I was very saddened to find that the conditions within the bathrooms of all those service plazas were close to deplorable. I was very, very embarrassed, and that is not business as usual.
While the ITRCC is supposed to maintain the toll road for the duration of the lease, Nidzgodsky is worried the company won't be able to afford to as the bankruptcy case moves forward.
So they maintain the general upkeep to a certain standard, but where are the things that are going to suffer? How many people may lose their jobs?
Those are all questions Jeff Warner has on his mind as he travels down the toll road, which he says has deteriorated over the years.
It's pretty much your typical toll road. It's generally junk.
Now he's worried inconveniences he occasionally experiences during his drive will become routine.
I'd say the maintenance will probably be even worse. I run Easy Pass, but my Easy Pass didn't work at one of the toll booths this morning, which actually happens a couple of times a week. The sensors go bad, and one toll alone on a semi was $71. And this is what you get for $71.
For more on this story, reporter Barbara Harrington joins us now. As you said, as we saw in that story, Mitch Daniels touted the sale of the toll road as a Big deal, big payoff. But has that worked in other states?
Other states haven't gotten nearly as much. That $3.8 billion, it was a huge deal. So much so that that payment, it took 3 hours and several wire transfers before the state got all of its money from that transaction.
So where is all that money now?
Well, most of it was spent during that Major Moves initiative. The state has spent it on over 80 different projects on roads, infrastructure, but a small portion of that money was set aside for future projects on roads and bridges. That's in the Next Generation Trust Fund. They put about $500 million in there initially, and because of interest, there's about $564 million in there now.
So how soon before a new operator could take over?
Well, the bankruptcy proceedings could take a while, but the current operator right now outlined in their filing that they're hoping by August of next year that whole sales process goes through if they do find someone interested.
Have other states gone through this bankruptcy process before?
They have, Joe. This is actually the 3rd state that has gone through this since 2010. Both in California and South Carolina, private operators of toll roads have also filed for bankruptcy.
So then if they do find someone to take over, what happens after that transition? Does this affect Hoosiers in any way, or too early to say?
Well, as legislators were saying in there, you heard Senator Kenley saying there are a lot of things in this agreement that protect people, such as they can't raise the tolls beyond what's already outlined. But then Representative David Niedzgodzki, he told me that could potentially change. He thinks that if a new operator comes in, legislators may decide to raise those tolls to help that new operator out so that we're not looking at another bankruptcy eventually.
Sure. All right. Thank you very much, Barbara, for that reporting.